Most men think carbs make them soft, when in reality, cutting them signals stress, weakness, and survival mode to the body. Carbs are not comfort food, they are a biological signal. Low carbs tell your brain resources are scarce. Scarcity raises stress hormones, and stress hormones shut down testosterone. That's why men who are in a low carb diet look flat, cold, and tired. Their muscles deflate, their libido drops, their sleep gets lighter, they can't go into deep sleep. You're not disciplined, you're just depleted. High testosterone men don't live in survival mode, they live in output mode. Carbs refill glycogen, fuel hard training, and tell the nervous system it's safe to be aggressive, focused, and dominant. Before I start the video, I want to say that I have a full course on how to optimize your testosterone levels to get to elite natural levels. Go check out the link in the description. I remember when I first started to boost my testosterone levels, I wanted the benefits that would give me, right? Like, I didn't want to be average, I didn't want to be soft. I wanted to wake up in the morning, feel motivated, do my tasks for the day, go to the gym, build a shit ton of muscle, look masculine, get girls, just be respected. I just wanted all of that. So what I started is with diet, because diet is very, very crucial for your testosterone, as you guys know. Since testosterone is derived from cholesterol, I would eat a ton of fatty animal proteins. So every day, my breakfast, lunch, and dinner would look something like a fatty animal protein, maybe with a little bit of fruit at night only, and sometimes some rice. So for example, in the morning, I'll eat 4 eggs, drink some milk, eat some cheese, and have barely any bread. Lunch came, I don't even eat lunch, so let's skip that. Dinner time, let's say it was meat and rice. Right, just lamb cubes and rice. I would eat a shit ton of lamb cubes. I'll go to the gym, come back. My mom will make lamb cubes and rice. I'll eat a shit ton of the lamb, and I'll barely eat any of the rice, because carbs are bad. I was a fucking idiot. I was actually sabotaging my results. When you eat a low carb diet, you basically diet yourself into stress. When you cut carbs, you basically tell your body that resources are scarce, like I said in this beginning of this video. If you guys want to understand biology, there is 2 modes that your body has. There's the survival mode, which helps you survive back in the day. So imagine this, if you cut your calories, if you cut your carbs, your body goes into survival mode. It thinks that it doesn't have a lot of food, so it needs to store as much energy as it can. And the way you store energy is hold on to body fat. So even though you're eating less calories, since your body is in survival mode, you're holding on to more body fat. You're lowering your testosterone. Why? Through cortisol. When you're stressed, whether that's chronically or through your diet right now, your cortisol goes through the roof, which is your stress hormone. And cortisol does the opposite effect of testosterone. They have a literally inverse relationship. As cortisol goes up, testosterone goes down. And when you eat a low carb diet, especially if you train, because there's a very good chance, if you're watching this, you probably go to the gym, you lift weights, or you do a sport or something. If you do that, you require even more carbs than the average person, because first of all, your glycogen stores are fucked. You need to refill your glycogen. Have you ever wondered why if you don't eat carbs after you do a very intense workout, your muscles just look flat? Because it needs glycogen to refill its stores. Your cortisol gets spiked after training even more. So if you're a guy who trains, you're gonna have higher cortisol. So eating more carbs will help bring your cortisol down. And what's amazing about carbs is your cortisol will go down, glycogen stores will get filled up again, your growth hormone will go up, your IGF-1 will go up. These are your growth factors. If you're a teenager, you're growing, this is fucking amazing. You might even grow taller, your bones will grow, and if you're a man, your muscles still grow. Growth hormone and IGF-1 are extremely important. Your thyroid hormones also get better, so your metabolism gets better. Another important thing is DHT, dihydrotestosterone, the most androgenic masculine hormone, even more masculine than testosterone, because it has 5 times more binding affinity to the androgen receptor. And in case you guys didn't know, androgens and estrogens only work throughout the body if bind to the receptor. Estradiol binds to the, let's say, estrogen beta receptor, for example. There's always receptors. And for androgens, it's the androgen receptor. So when I said there's 2 modes in the body, number 1 is survival mode. Your cortisol is high, adrenaline is constantly high, your testosterone is lower, right? And then there's the second mode. This is the mode we want to be in. I call it the reproductive mode. What happens is your body understands, I have a ton of resources, I'm relaxed, I'm not going to die. right? That's what you tell your body. And how do you tell your body this? You eat plenty of nutrients. You eat plenty of carbs, fats, proteins. You exercise, but you recover properly, right? This is when you tell your body, I'm in recovery mode. I'm in reproduction mode. Because testosterone is very taxing on the body. The first thing you'll prioritize is survival, but only and only if you have abundant resources, you can move on to the second stage, that is reproduction. When you're in this stage, your testosterone increases, your DHT increases, your cortisol drops, and this is the stage where you build a shit ton of muscle, where you have the most growth, where you lose the fat, where your masculinity in general goes up. Now, I want you guys to do this. I want you guys to imagine the life that you would have very high, healthy testosterone. I mean, 900, 1,000 nanograms of testosterone activity, obviously. Total blood levels don't mean shit, but that's a whole nother fucking video I can make. Imagine the life that you would live compared to the life when you have low testosterone. And you don't have to imagine it. I will describe it for you because I've been on both sides of the spectrum. A guy with 400 nanograms of testosterone, you wake up, no morning wood, you feel like shit, you have no motivation, you might brush your teeth, you probably go eat some food as soon as you wake up because you're just craving that dopamine release and you don't want to do anything challenging. You don't focus on your business or your work, so you don't really make any money, or you don't have that potential to make the money because you're not even trying. When you eat your breakfast, you watch a bunch of YouTube videos, you start scrolling, maybe watching porn, playing video games, fuck knows. You need to go to the gym in 20 minutes, but you're not even ready. You're in your bed because you can't be asked. You're fearing about how people are going to be judging you in the gym. And you don't even want to lift the weights because it hurts. So you don't end up going. You struggle to make eye contact with people, with women you're attracted to, with men that you respect. So you end up just looking like a pussy. You don't make a lot of friends because you don't even talk to anyone. You're just isolated. And sure, you might make some friends, but with those Discord friends that you fucking play Valorant with all day. And I'm guessing that's not the life that you guys want. If you have high testosterone, everything just compounds. Your social life compounds, your muscle results compound, your confidence compound, your ambition increases exponentially. And that's why testosterone is so important. And eating carbs will help you fulfill that. Even though it seems like carbs are useless because the way they describe it on the fucking internet, carbs are extremely important. Now, if you're asking, Aldo, how much carbs do we actually eat? I recommend your carbs go anywhere from 20% if you're extremely sedentary, which you're not going to be probably, all the way to 60% if you're like an athlete who trains twice a day and non-stop grinding. Then you gotta have your carbs around 50-60% of your total calories. But for the normal person who works out, goes gym, I would say about 30-40% of your calories should come from carbohydrates. It also depends on stuff like your weight, your body fat, your age, your activity levels. There's actually many factors. Before I end the video, I want to remind you I have a full course on how to optimize your testosterone to get to very high healthy levels, to get all the benefits that I said earlier into this video. That's been Team TMS, testosterone muscle strength. Bye.